Hey guys, it's Tuesday again. Sorry, it's been a little crazy the last week. I know last week I probably rambled on like an idiot and I looked real tired while I did it, but for good reason. I was preparing for another midterm this week. Think I did okay. We'll find out how that went. I honestly have no idea if this is a specialty week or not due to all my ramblings on the US government shutdown and all the implications that it has posed here in the US. So Matt, thanks for sending a couple kudos my way on that one. I appreciate you noticing, but it spun me completely out of proportion. So I guess I'll do a little bit of everything this week, and then maybe you guys can set me straight. That'd be awesome. So besides law school being crazy, and it is crazy, work being crazy, and my government being crazy, see a recurring theme here? There's sometimes I feel also that no matter how smart I am or we are as people, because basically we're all smart, otherwise we wouldn't be doing this with each other and discussing things at such a detailed level, or how good we are as people, there will just be some things that we just can't fix. We had a friend who had something absolutely horrible happen to her, and I won't go into details because I'm going to keep it PG. But absolutely nothing that my fiance or I do will abrogate this, will change the fact that it happened, will erase this from existence. It's just something that we all have to live with. And that's just, it makes me feel powerless. As someone who's a smart person, who's a capable person, it just makes me feel powerless and kind of angry at times. I mean, I don't know about how you guys feel when you're presented with a similar situation. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. But I guess that was the main message from this last week. Other than that, everything went fine. Again, my midterm was last night. Think I did okay. No scores yet. We'll see. I don't know what else. Let's see. What specialty thing do I want to talk about this week? I think I'll get into it a little bit more next week. But remember about, I don't know, a month ago, maybe like a month and a half ago, probably a month and a half ago at this point, I started talking about civil procedure. Well, this semester we're doing jurisdiction. So it stems from several different places. It stems from things like Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution, if you're talking about the U.S. Supreme Court. Statutory law, if you're talking about the federal courts. So the U.S. District Courts and the U.S. Courts of Appeals, which I mentioned during my rant about judicial review. But those statutes, since the federal courts, the lower federal courts are controlled by Congress, the statutes govern what cases they can hear and under what basis they can hear cases. So the basic types are like subject matter jurisdiction, so the area of the law that's at issue, can the court hear that specific type of case? Most answers in the state court of common pleas are going to be yes, they can hear it. Whereas federal courts, the question is going to be, is this a federal law? Is this a specific area of federal jurisdiction, like copyrights or patents? It's a little trickier. There's personal jurisdiction. The federal court's going to go, well, yeah, we're the federal court. Of course we have jurisdiction over you. We're the federal government. Whereas state courts, it is a bit trickier because each state in the U.S. is technically a sovereign. So I live in Ohio. Ohio courts definitely have personal jurisdiction over me because I live here. But a court in, let's see, what's a state I haven't been to? Nebraska probably isn't going to have personal jurisdiction over me because I've never been to Nebraska. I don't do business in Nebraska. I don't have any contacts in Nebraska. I don't seek to serve the market in Nebraska, right? So there's no reason a Nebraska court could exercise jurisdiction over me. I'll get into that a little bit more next week, if indeed next week is a specialty video, because now, again, I'm completely nuts. That in between starting to train for a half marathon and trying to rein in the rest of the semester, I'm going a little insane. It's all right, guys. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next Tuesday.